Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody. No music. Okay. No music again. All right, let's fix that. There you go. We got music now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. We're going to have a happy new year. And nobody else will, unless they come here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I'll explain later. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna, Radhe Radhe Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda, Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Radha, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Radha, Radhe, 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 Govinda, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Govinda, 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 Krishna, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga. All right. Gauranga Nityananda. All right, turn your mics on. Let's do some japa. Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
turn your mics on.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Yeah, it's open here.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
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 Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare,
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, 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 Gaura Chandra,
Krishna Krishna,
Gaura Chandra,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura
Rama Rama,
Chandra,
Hare
Vishwambara,
Hare
Vishwambara,
Krishna, Hare
Vishwambara, 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 Nimai,
Krishna
Nimai,
Krishna,
Nimai, Nimai,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Nimai,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Divine. Divine. Divine, divine. Divine passage from Daniel.
Is my Lord and Master. Be my
Is my Lord.
Lord and Master.
Divine passage from Daniel.
Be my Pandita.
Is my Lord. Divine passage from Daniel. Is my Lord.
Be my Pandita Nadia.
Divine passage from
Pandita
Daniel.
Nadia is my Lord and
Is
Master.
my Lord.
Be my Pandita Nadia is my
Divine passage from Daniel.
Nadia is
Is
my
my Lord.
Master. Be my Pandita Nadia is my Lord and Master. Be my Pandita Nadia
Is my
is
Lord.
my Lord and Master.
Divine passage.
Be my Pandita
Divine passage from Nityananda.
Vishvambara,
Nityananda.
Vishvambara, Vishvambara,
Nityananda.
Vishvambara, 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 Vishvambara,
Nityananda.
Vishvambara,
Nityananda.
Vishvambara, 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 Vishvambara,
Vishvabara.
Gauranga, Gauranga,
Vishvabara.
Chandra, Gaura, Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaura, Chandra, Gaura, Chandra, Gaura, Chandra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna, my Lord.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Nityananda. 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 Nityananda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Nityananda. Nityananda.
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri Advaita Gadadara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Vas. Hari Gaura Bhaktamrita.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Krishna,
Shri Advaita
Shri Krishna,
Gadadara.
Gauranga, Gauranga,
Shri Vas.
Gaura Chandra, Gaura
Hari
Chandra,
Gaura Bhaktamrita.
Gauranga, 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 Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Vishvambara, 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 Nimai, 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 Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana.
Jaya Sachinandana.
Jaya
Jaya
Sachinandana. Jaya
Sachinandana.
Sachinandana. Jaya
Jaya Sachinandana.
Jaya Gaur Gadadhar. Gaur Gadadhar. Gaur Gadadhar. Gaur
Gura
Gadadhar.
Gadadara.
Jaya Gaur Gadadhar. Gaur Gadadhar.
Jaya Gura
Jaya
Gadadara.
Gaur Gadadhar. Jaya Gaur
Hare
Gadadhar.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Jaya
Krishna
Gaur
Hare Hare,
Gadadhar. Jaya Gaur Gadadhar.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
Jaya Gora Gadadhar. Jaya Gora Gadadhar. Jaya Gora Gadadhar. Jaya Gora Gadadhar. Jaya
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Shri Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Chaitanya
Rama,
Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri Krishna
Rama Rama,
Chaitanya
Hare Hare,
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama, Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Ram Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
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 Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Ram Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Srila Prabhupada
Now, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 7th chapter, 1st verse. Narada Muni said, although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of asuras, he was the greatest of all devotees, having been questioned by his class friends, the sons of the asuras. He remembered the words spoken to him by. Uh, so this is Narada Muni, I think, talking. Spoken to him by me and replied to his friends as follows. Okay. Oh, come on. What happened here? Okay, just a second. Yeah. See, he remembered. So Narada Muni instructed. This is what the chapters. What Prahlad learned in the womb. See what he learned in the womb, and so he's preaching to his classmates. But what is he preaching? He's preaching what he actually heard from his guru. See, he didn't reject his guru. He his guru was his life and soul. The words of his guru were his life and soul. That's why he preached his life and soul. because they were words that made him a devotee, they make devotees of others who believe those same words. See, charity begins at home. The devotees preach what is their food, what is their life. And that's conclusive truth because they're the real devotees. You see, Prahlad was the greatest of all devotees. What does that mean? There's so many devotees in the world. Yeah, music. Okay. There's so many devotees in the world. But the greatest one, who is the great? That's what you need to know. There's a lot of people giving their lives to Krishna on the level of Vaidhi. Many sincere people. Their whole life is into Krishna and all of that. See? So amongst all those devotees, who's the greatest one? The greatest one is one who has the most intimacy and closeness. So how do we know the greatest devotees? Well, they're in the stories, but who understands the stories unless you hear people who see beyond the veneer, the external story, and see into the esoteric meaning. But you have to be Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You have to worship the Lord with intimacy and ecstasy that he reveals these things to you. Yeah. So the greatest of all devotees is the more intimate devotee. And if the more intimate devotee is represented as what? Vrindavan. Or in the Christian terms, the Garden of Eden. It's a symbol. Isn't it a sign of very close relationship with God? See, that's the essence of the scriptures. You see how universal it is? The essence? There's truth in all scriptures. But finding it, beyond the story, see, or what the story actually represents, the esoteric meaning. You notice when what causes separation between the devotee and God? So Adam and Eve represent the devotee of the Lord. See, and a devotee of the Lord doesn't need a woman to be by his side, especially in that garden. Because they're combined both, that they're complete, just like the Lord is complete. See, the Lord is complete, but he finds more completion in his devotees, just like the devotee is complete, but he finds completion in his Lord, in the transcendental Lord, the transcendental understanding of the Lord, the transcendental knowledge about the Lord, the transcendental experience of their actual relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, what it shows up, what does it look like? What does it feel like? So Prahlad, the greatest of all devotees, simply because he was a very intimate associate of the Lord by the mercy of his Guru. He never gave up praising his Guru. He said, oh yeah, let me tell you what I heard from my Guru. See? If you don't understand your Guru and what he's saying, what do? You speculate. This is what's going on in ISKCON, in all of these groups. They're speculating on what they heard from Prabhupada or what they read in the book about Prabhupada. How do you know they're speculating? Oh, very simple. You're not Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You're not worshiping the Lord with pure, sincere, ecstatic, loving, prema, bhakti, or ecstasy, which purifies you, hollows you out, so you can get the actual messages from the Lord. But you have to become an intimate devotee to get that. You have to become the greatest of all devotees. See? Why would Prahlad Maharaj, why do we know, how do we know that he was the greatest of all? Just because the Bhagavatam says it? Well, it says it for a reason. The Bhagavatam also ascertains like a devotee Bhagavat. Devotee Bhagavat tells you, the book Bhagavat is telling you, the book Bhagavat is saying, Prahlad's the greatest of devotees because he had ecstatic devotion. He would laugh and he'd cry and he'd choke up. And he was not one of these sahajas. Where's my whipping boy? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, he's not like a Johan, hypocritically worshiping Guru. No, he sincerely worshiped his Guru. You see, he had the conclusive understanding. He had the real ecstasy. He wasn't a putana imitating the real devotees in Vrindavan. He was a real devotee. Thank you for your service, Sir Johan. Thank you. We'll put you over there for a little bit. we want to do an imitation, we'll bring you out, and then we'll make everybody laugh. I love Krishna. I'm not Maya devotee. Okay, Ranjanas. Okay, I love Krishna. I'm not a Maya devotee. Okay, so. Well, okay, you love Krishna. So the greatest of devotees who loves Krishna are the ecstatic devotees. See? The ones who have the divine ecstasy. I got good news for everybody, and for you too, Vraja Sundari, Sundari Devinasi. Yeah. Okay, whoever you are, thank you for coming. I hope you're not, maybe you're, anyway, we'll see if you're a tourist or not, if you come back. It already looks like you're maybe not understanding me yet. But that's okay, you got to hear a long time. Yeah. So, the greatest of devotees has the ecstatic potency. And the good news is Lord Chaitanya is giving that again. See, giving that again. How do you know? Well, because you see in this Sangha, there are signs of those who have the Holy Spirit of devotion. It's different. It automatically makes you the greatest of all devotees because most devotees don't have it. There can be, you can be a devotee of Krishna on the level of Vaidhi. Vaidhi means you worship the Lord according to the rules and regulations. The Pharisees were some level of devotees, right? They had just some hypocrisy. Johann, some level of devotee, he's just got some hypocrisy. Oh, he's like a Pharisee. He's a Pharisee type. See, they're not following the real problem. They can't right now. They can't understand it. They believe in their speculations too much. They're too attached to speculation. See, they cannot abandon their opinions and take on that. They don't know the value of relishing it. Like Johann, he doesn't know the value of relishing the opinion that the guru relished. That's all. I'm here just to teach you how to relish the opinion it's not my personal opinion. I take it on. I hold it as dear. It's the opinion I've ascertained from worshiping the Lord for a long time with praying, with ecstasy. And I preach that because it gives me life, and I give that life to my friends and disciples. See, and so, okay, we'll use you as an example. Vranja Sundari, you probably won't ever come again, so I'll use it for preaching here. If you do, it shows you got some sincerity. And you're probably thinking that you have the same love that many devotees have here for Krishna, the same type of love. We're here to distinguish that out of the different types of love. There's a Vaidhi love, which is still in the modes of nature, could even be a good kind of love. You're just a good person, and you go to religiously, you go to the temple and you worship the deity with flowers. See, the devotees on the deeper level of love is what we're talking about. The ecstatic devotees who become the spiritual masters of the world here, the Prahlads. They have the ecstatic divine potency, which is very rarely seen in this world. Prahlad was a very rare devotee. He was considered the greatest devotee because he had that potency. But again, I have good news. If you come here and you listen carefully for a long time, you can also get this gift of the ecstatic potency. But if you think you have the same level of love, what can I do? That means you're just not sincere enough to come regularly to hear, because that's the only way you're going to figure this out. Otherwise, you go back with your opinion. Oh, Gohari, who is he? He thinks I have a lesser love than him and Lalita, and who is he? And that be honest with you, most are like that. They don't let go of their opinion, which is they don't give it time. They don't do the 30-day challenge. They're not really sincere. So let's see if you're sincere or not. To me, sincerity is, let me see if Gohar, because I'm telling you things that are very challenging, man. Challenge your your belief system. Okay? But the thing is, I can back up my belief system. I don't think you can. We can do a duel if you want. You come up here live and let's have a duel. You give me, you prove that your love is equal to what we have or better, and I'll counter and prove what is the higher standard of devotion and love, and what is the most acceptable to the Lord, what is the most attractive to the Lord. See? And it'll show you the different types of love, that one is transcendental and the other is in the modes. I never felt goodness was such a big trap until I heard you for a couple of years and seeing it in me and others. Yeah. See, you have to follow in the footsteps of Pani, because he listened for a couple of years. He couldn't tell the difference. It took that long to get purified. So unless you really want Krishna, which very few really do, they think they're happy with the Krishna they got. They're happy worshiping Krishna in the mode of goodness. It could be the good. Oh yeah, you follow the rules, maybe. Yeah, this could be you, and it's a lot of devotees. They believe that their opinion of Krishna is the greatest, and they say, well, I love Krishna. I follow the rules and the regulations. I go to the temple. I offer Krishna the thing with, I offer it with love and devotion and all that. But they don't know the deeper levels of devotion. The only way to know that is through the ecstatic devotees who have it. Okay? So that's the path we teach. It's only through the devotees here you're going to learn it. There isn't any devotees I've seen on this platform in the world. I've been to India and Vrindavan. I lived there. I bought a house in Radhakund. I've met many devotees and gurus and all of this stuff. And I took initiation from about 5 of them, And nobody has the standard of love that I've seen here in our Sangha. So if you want to know more, you have to come and you got to listen and see if Gaurahari is full of shit, or if he knows something here that's that's unusual, uncommon. Yeah, so anyway, we'll see if you're a tourist or not. I end up chasing more away than, that's the test, see if they really want to know Krishna. Otherwise, I don't want to be bothered. I just don't, I'm 70 years old. I don't want to sit there and play around with neophytes who don't want to change, all that stuff. Don't need to. I got a lot of beautiful friends here. And if you stay around a while, you'll see these devotees here, many of them are not like anybody in this world. That's why, it's really amazing. Yes, I've gained more from daily listening in this Sangha than over 40 years in religion that do not give this rare, amazing quality of it. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, he's not an inexperienced devotee. So what you need to do also, Vraja Sundari, is to associate with these devotees who have been here a long time and see the value. Otherwise, it's kind of hard. Maya hides what we do. The Maya inside hides what we do here. So all I can do is try to get you to understand something, but you got to hear regularly. And so anyway, that's a test of sincerity. Just for coming here shows something. Krishna's leading you to get at least a little pinch of something. Tell us about how Krishna laughs at being called a fool. Well, actually, you could tell us about that. See, because you laughed. Remember that time way back when you first came? Shit and donkey are just the words here that might shake some false egos. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, so Prahlad was the greatest devotee because he had the symptoms of ecstatic devotion, and he was conclusive, and he never gave up Guru. You see anything in the Bhagavatam where he gave up his spiritual master? His spiritual master was Narada Muni. who is also an ecstatic devotee. This also shows you can only get this from an ecstatic devotee who gives you the confidential truth. Okay? So let's see what he learned in the womb here.
Which verse are you reading, Guru Maharaj?
First verse. Now we're going to the second.
Oh, that's good.
See, the sons of the Surya. He remembered the words spoken by me and replied to his friends who followed. So he remembered. See, this is parampara system. You remember the words that your spiritual master spoke to you. See, and you repeat them. Because all he's doing is repeat. He's a devotee. If he's a real guru, and most aren't, but say he's a real spiritual master, he ascertains the essence of those scriptures. That gives him life. He loves to repeat what he's either learned in the womb or in another life or in this life. If you have a real spirit, the way to get this in this life, most people are not like a Prahlad who heard it in the womb or heard it in a previous life. Okay? So therefore, they naturally speculate. They don't ascertain the real essence of the Bhagavatam. How do you know Gaurahari's ascertaining it? Well, because you never heard classes like this. There's not another person in any of these sanghas, Narayan Raj included, who can preach such depth. I'm analyzing this myself and trying to help others out how to analyze this. You show me anybody who preaches at such depth. It's so deep that if you have false ego, you can't understand it. If, like we're giving Shama Sundari a little test here, because if she's thinking, what is this guy saying? Our love is different. Oh, it's all the same. Love is love and blah, blah, blah. That's Mayavadi. It's not all the same. There's spiritual variegatedness. Just like there's material variegatedness in this world, there's spiritual variegatedness of different types of loves in the spiritual world. Love of son, love of friend, love of beloved, love of child. Also, just like here in this world, differentiated. You don't think it's more so. It's more better. It's more tasty, more purifying, more pure. When Krishna is your son, oh man, you're more ecstatic than even you're having a son or daughter in this world. I never had in this life, so I can't tell you, but Lalita could probably tell you. She can tell you that the love for Krishna as a child is, I will just put words in her mouth, is more ecstatic than love for a regular child in the world. What would you say there, Lalita? See, she's an experienced woman.
Absolutely. It's much more perfect. It stays longer. It's a perfect relationship, and he's always with you. You can always call Krishna. He always responds. Here you learn to dance with Krishna. You learn the different rasa dances. You get all those relationships, parental love, conjugal love, all of, first of all.
See, what she's saying is that's her. See, if people ask, what is your relationship with Krishna? They don't tell them because they can't see it. Therefore, they'll have doubt. They have to just see, oh, she's in Gopi Bhav. Gopi Bhav has all the relationships. Sometimes Krishna you relate to as a son or as a friend or as a confidante, and he's your teacher sometimes, you're his teacher sometimes. So all relationships are within the Gopi Bhav. So, but if anybody asks and they can't see that, they need to get purified, and you shouldn't tell them, because otherwise that's what the sahajas do, to attract people. That's what they've done in the Narayan Raj group and the Radhakund Babajis, and they give you a certain form, or they tell you that they're this, and that kind of gopi and all that. But nobody, it's not really real. See, because you need to ascertain this on your own. That's why I'm here to train you and to teach you and to teach myself. To teach Krishna in me and to be taught by Krishna, do all these things of how to ascertain these, become aware of the various relationships. Like somebody asked me, what is awareness of awareness? And what is the difference between awareness of awareness and awareness of Krishna? Well, if you have awareness of awareness, that's Mayavadi. It's kind of just this incomplete understanding. When you have awareness of Krishna, you have awareness of everything within Krishna, which are the relationships. It's all about relationships. That's all Krishna is interested in, is relating to his devotees. It's very tasty, very interesting. Just like here, you like to go out to dinner with friends and family. Man, I mean, I see it every day. You know, family goes out together here, especially in Mexico and India. The family goes out and they have a good time together and have this and everything. But that's all bodily, material bodily stuff. But we have a spiritual body. We can have that spiritual bodily relationships and friendships and happiness. We're already doing it here in this Sangha. That's why, hey man, if you're not appreciating this or not willing to go through the purification, hey, what is it? GTFO? H or something? Yeah, H. Yeah. You know, if you're not willing to go through it, hey man, I don't need the problems. Too happy with the quality that the devotees here have. You know, here it's a spiritual family. Many devotees here, spiritual bodies are awakening. See, so this is a spiritual family. Can you tell? You know, it's not just based on bodily relationship. It can't be. We scare all those people away that identify with the false egos. You know, they're false ego identify. They can't take this. You know, they want to be bigger, better, and more than the preaching here. There's no way you can be bigger, better, and more than the preaching here unless you're actually in your spiritual body. Otherwise, we have no contenders here. There's nobody who can challenge this. The Charya Dev. That's why none of these gurus will dare to even come here. They cannot contend with this because they're under what I see. I ascertain they're still under the false ego. So how can they can't even understand what we're preaching here. And the only way anybody here can understand it is you got to become a real disciple. And then you'll become a friend. And then you'll be like Arjuna and then qualified. Or like even Vedavyas. Vedavyas, he even though he was such a great personality, he submitted submissively to Narada Muni to understand and ascertain more than he could understand. And if you can't do that here, well, what is it? GT. Yeah, and I don't even have to say, you know, because it'll just happen. You'll just go away and thinking, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, man. Who is he to think that my love is not as great as Prahlad Maharaj? Of course, you won't be saying that, but you'll be thinking it. I know so much about the Bhagavatam. I'm so, you know, who does this Gohari? He's only got a t-shirt, man. My teachers, they have nice dhotis. Man, they're clotheslines, man. a line of new fashion every year. So Vraja Sundari Das Rosa Bustana Flores. What is generator? What does that mean? Yeah, if you want a dialogue, put out some comments so I can see where you're coming from. I'm telling you where I'm coming from. Tell me where you're coming from.
I think she's a devotee from Narayan Maharaj. She comes from that group. I see all those kind of pictures, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, you know, if you're from that group, you should go on listening here. This is the further teaching here. Ooh. I could just see it now because I've heard this before. I was telling some Narayan Raj, some devotee once, and I said, hey, why don't you come listen to these? These are the deeper things. What? Are you kidding? I got Narayan Raj's teachings. What do I need yours for? Well, you know, we have ecstatic love that he said. I'm just telling you if you're from that group. I know I was with that group for 1.5 years. I was checking it out. trying to figure out what's going on there. Yeah. Well, I got Narayan Maharaj. Just listen to what I'm saying, at the heart of it. I got Narayan Maharaj. What are the teachings? Well, after many lifetimes, I'll attain prema bhakti by following this really strict regimen of fastings and rules and regulations, and chanting 1 lakh. I'll attain Krishna after many lifetimes, because I got to go through the whole process taught by sadhana siddha. You got to go and you got to hear from devotees, and then you got to do bhajana kriya and get rid of all your anarthas first, and then you get a little ruchi, and then ashakti, and then bhav, and then prema. Oh, this is going to take you many lifetimes. You'd be lucky if you get to anartha nivritti in this life and get rid of all your material desires before you get taste. See? Do you want to follow that path, or you want to follow the path that Lord Chaitanya brought, that we're reviving again, that he didn't teach, but we teach? We teach, oh yeah, it's not by fasting. It's the opposite of what he was teaching. Okay, he could teach that path, but we're teaching this path. What are we teaching? What Lord Chaitanya taught. Why do we teach that? Because that love is in our Sangha that he brought 550 years ago. We teach, it's not by austerity. It's not by mantra chanting, even 1 lakh that you attain Krishna. It's not by fasting. It's not by rules and regulative devotional service. You attain Krishna Vrindavan that he was talking about, and others talk about now. It's not by their path. It's by the verse. It's by those who know the verse, those who are empowered to know the glory of that verse. It's those who are that verse in person, the verse made flesh. It's through the devotees who chant holy names with great ecstatic devotion. Okay? That's here and not there. I know, I was there a year and a half. I didn't see any of this here. Matter of fact, if anybody had a tear, they could wipe that tear. Don't show anything. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Then if they don't show anything, that's why the Narayan Maharaj group doesn't know what ecstatic devotion is. How do I know? Because they see it here and they don't even care about it. Just like ISKCON devotees don't know what it is. They don't care about this. Radhakund Babajis don't care about this. I care wholly and solely about this. And I preach wholly and solely about this on the order of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna that I personally got. Why not? Isn't it nice to know the deeper secrets of the Bhagavatam? But unless you become a Shiksha disciple here and move on from that preaching of Narayan Maharaj, abandon that opinion, you'll never know Vraja Sundari Dasi and anyone else if you're from that group or any group. You have to abandon and start all over again because you don't know. Your opinion is not very good. Let's put it that way. I'll be nice. Your opinion is not very good. Why? Because it hasn't brought you the result that we have, the ecstatic devotion, which is proof that we know what we're talking about. The Lord has given us the right words to liberate souls, the right word. I had a dream where Guru Maharaj was transcendental king in a chess play. Oh yeah, that's kind of what we're doing, huh? Lalita Ganga, at that level, any example relatable to us on a daily basis? What is that? Oh, yes, Guru cannot imagine how we feel being his disciple. We explained that. Yeah, exactly. Just like Krishna. Because it's personal between you and your guru. Yeah, and like with Rukmini was a devoted, she was just like if you're devoted to Krishna, devoted to Guru is no different. It's the same because the Guru represents Krishna. What does it mean? As it is, they represent Krishna. The same quality, not qualitatively, not quantitatively, but still qualitatively.
Yeah, I used that same example because he said, "What can we teach to Krishna?" I said, "Yeah, for instance, Rukmini told him actually, you don't understand what it means. Only Radharani knows what it means." So,
Yeah,
yeah, she was teaching Krishna.
yeah,
And he
yeah,
says, "How can it relate?" Yeah, I also told you, you have no idea
yeah,
what
yeah.
it means to be your disciple. It's a big, big feeling.
People think I have the best deal. My disciples have a better deal. They have a better deal. Just like when Krishna saw Radharani's love for him, he thought, she's got a better deal. Man, and then Rukmini preaches him to in Dwarka, which really got him really going, and says, you can't know until you come in the same mood as Radharani and to know what we feel. And that's why he came as Lord Chaitanya, to relish that kind of love, as a subordinate, as a submissive servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, of himself even. So he came in that mood, and that's the only way you can preach it. That's why you shall be witnesses is always the same thing. Jesus said that when you get the Spirit, you'll witness. And that's when, you notice, 5,000 came. You'll see, as you stand up, you get purified, and Krishna uses you to preach Guru Tattva, people will come in the door by your example because you're preaching the truth, which is stronger than the illusion. It just needs to be preached boldly. That's all. And what it is, you can do what I can't do because they think I'm in false ego if I preach these things. You got to preach the value, the real, honest, genuine value of being on this path with this guru and these teachings, how it has transformed your life. It's a witness program. It's just like a testimony program. Any product in the world is sold by testimonies, and in the world it's usually false, falsified stuff. It's not, they bullshit people on the internet and all this stuff. These aren't real testimonies. They're bots and all. They make up stuff. See, that's the world. It's so materially motivated. People sell out here. This is Maya's domain. This is the devil's playground. Especially now in this Kali Yuga, you can't trust anything until you meet a real teacher, a real spiritually connected teacher. And there you go. There's your door. That's the narrow gate. That's why Jesus said, hey, man, he saw everybody's materially motivated. The Pharisees are all, materially motivated speculators in false ego, thinking about money, materially religion, materially motivated religiosity. See, Jesus' heart was pure. See? He worshiped the Lord sincerely and ecstatically, obviously, even though we don't see, but we can see how even through the editors, you could see this person was a great personality. That's why Prabhupada acknowledged Jesus. Could see, there's some good stuff here, but there's a lot of mix, Christians really need shiksha. Whether they get it or not, it's just like a lot of Vaidhis. They all need shiksha in the Vaishnava thing. All these gurus need shiksha. The Narayan Raj groups, the Radhakund Babajis, they need this kind of shiksha. See? And people will say, Gohari, what is this? Wow, how audacious can you be? How much false ego can you do to say that you have something to teach the Narayan Raj devotees or the Acharya Dev devotees? How audacious. And you know what my response is? Well, proof is in the pudding. Proof is they don't have what we have. We have what the scripture, the vision of the revealed scriptures teach, the ecstatic devotional potency. They don't have it. So the authority is here simply because we are authorized. We show you we're authorized. I mean, isn't it logical? Don't have this false ego ID that this is false. No, this is just called truth, man. The truth is the ecstatic potency is here. It's not in Acharya Dev. It's not in the Narayan Raj group. It's not in ISKCON. It's not in the Radha community. And if they want to send any of your champions here, who are like a Lalita or a Govinda, please do. But they don't, because they don't have this. They consider the darkness to be light still. The old drill of the Bible. Be careful that you don't consider the darkness to be the light. You know what the darkness is? I'll tell you how deep this teaching is. The mode of goodness is darkness. It's filthy rags before the Lord that we worship. The mode of goodness is. Oh, who are you to say that? Well, because I'm here to represent Lord Chaitanya's teachings. He threw a brahmachari in the mode of goodness out of his class. Get this guy out. I don't want him polluting my kirtan with his mode of goodness bullshit, man. Look, he thinks he's great because he does austerities and he doesn't eat vegetables even. He's a fruitarian and a milkarian. Get that milkarian out of here. He's too airy-fairy. Get him out. Right now. I don't want him polluting my kirtan. Yeah, that's the level we teach here. Oh, he went through Srivas, a real devotee. Bring him back. See? That's what we teach here. Both sides of the coin. See? That's the head side, you win. The tail side, you lose, man. The tail side is going through trying to get Krishna by attaining him by renunciations and by pious deeds and by regulative devotional service. That was just the beginning. You ready to move on? If not, you're not getting what we got. There's no other way. If you don't accept this teaching, you will be destroyed. The best you'll get is a demigod position, but then you come back down here and you go through the cycle of birth and death. If you come here and you listen here and understand the heart of the teachings here, that means you understand Lord Chaitanya and you understand Krishna's mission in this world as Lord Chaitanya, and you get that mercy and you're out of here forever. It's not attractive or good enough for you? GTFOH. You cannot say you love Krishna if nobody gave you the potency. Exactly. You got to get the potency through the devotees who chant the holy names of great ecstatic devotion. We teach Raganuga Bhakti. Truly here, these guys are just talkers. They don't teach no Narayan Raj, Radhakund. There's no Raganuga Bhakti taught. We teach it honestly and by the book of Vishvanatha Chakravati Thakura. Raganuga Bhakti qualification is simply you see a devotee in their intimate, ecstatic, and knowledgeable position worshiping Krishna, an authority, a real resident of Vrindavan, and you think, wow, I also want to worship like this. Sign me up. If you're not like that, Vajravati, you're not going to make it here, because that's just saying, I know all of you don't know diddly squat about what's really real here. You're just a baby, and if you don't acknowledge you're just a little baby, a little child, you can't come into this kingdom here. It's a very specific teaching. It's all by the book. See, Raganuga Bhakti is, wow, I like the way these guys worship. Boy, what do I need to do to do this? Oh, just come here and associate with the devotees. Remember the teaching yesterday? I just said, we're teaching how to go in the door. It's very simple. I remember I had a theme yesterday, but then I forgot what exactly the theme was. You remember what the theme was? Something. I had a theme when I was teaching, but if you remember, let me know. But that's how you go in the door. The door is the devotees who chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion, and then you transcend birth and death that way. They're your saviors. The ecstatic devotees who are mature are your saviors in this world. And if you don't believe that, you'll be destroyed. You'll take another birth. Doesn't matter. You could be a good person. You could be a nice Vaidhi, and you do nice rules and regulations like lines in the stone and everything, and you get your nice little deva position as a demigod, and then you're coming back, though. The scriptures say you're coming back. You didn't make it. See, you came, say like you, Vrindavan. I just tell you the truth, man, and this goes for anybody. You may come here, you might be a very good devotee. You go to the temple regularly, you got the name, you got the neck beads, right? You follow the rules and you fast, you do ekadasis and all of that. And then you're elevated. Oh yeah, that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, elevated to the mode of goodness. And now you're like a deva. See, you're a deva. So you go to heaven, right? Is that the real paradise? No. Heaven and earth will pass away, but Jesus' words and Lord Chaitanya's real deep words will never pass away. See? But heaven and earth will. Therefore, you will pass away from heaven and come back down here. The Vedas say that. It's not enough. You didn't ring the bell. You got to ring the bell in the carnival here. This is like a carnival, and you got to see how much strength you have. Can you remember you hit that thing with the hammer and the thing goes up. If you hit the mode of goodness, still didn't hit the bell yet. You don't have the strength. You need to get that from the ecstatic devotees. You get that strength from the ecstatic devotees, and then you become supercharged and you hit that thing at this carnival. This is clown world, by the way. Kali Yuga clown world. And you hit that bell and it goes zoop, ding, ding, ding. You're a liberated soul now. See, you get the power from the devotees association to kick a hole in the material universe. See, and Krishna's transcendental bliss pours into your heart and your mind, into your soul, your awakened soul body. No other practical way. That is the narrow gate, man. That's what we preach here, and that's what we do here, man. If you can't appreciate that, GTFOH. See if I can say it fast. GTFOH. Am I missing any letter? No? GTFOH. Huh? Perfect?
GTFOH.
GTFOH. GTFOH. I love that, man. They don't know what I'm talking about. Shama Sundari doesn't know what I'm talking about because he wasn't here before. She might be a tourist.
She
Probably.
understood that you hate Krishna. She said, so you hate Krishna. Oh my God. That's what she understood from your whole class.
Yeah, see? Oh, good. Oh, my Amy Rose is back. Oh, thank God. Oh, I was missing her. Amy, where have you gone? Now you're back. Oh, I'm happy again. Oh, thank you, Lord. You brought her back today. Larita is very much the light. She would walk to the ends of the earth for you and with you. That is real devotion. And she has no egoic motive or desire. She is literally an embodiment of real love. Yeah, see, takes one to know one. I love hitting the bell. Who's that?
John Andre.
Oh, John Andre. Yeah. Isn't it nice hitting that bell, man? Yeah. I love sincere devotees. Oh,
what is a sincere devotee then?
Yeah, what's a sincere? Give us an explanation.
What is a sincere devotee?
Definitely not Gohari. He hates Krishna, right? Not me. I'm the devil personified, man. Yeah.
You're just explaining her how to love Krishna. And then her answer is you, so you hate Krishna.
Yeah, they can't help it. It's just the way it is. That's part of the purification. Matter of fact, I appreciate that more than being indifferent. It's like Jesus said, love me or hate me, but don't be lukewarm. Don't be indifferent. That's lukewarm. Yeah, no, good. Go on. Yeah. I like that better. That Johann, he's a lukewarm dude, My words don't ignite anger in him. It's like Mayavadi's like that. I told you I was in Tiruvilmalai. There are a lot of Johanns there. They're just indifferent. Oh, he just says what he says, and they just go on with their, nothing penetrates these guys. Just lukewarm, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're funny, yeah. Okay, let's see what else. There's some beautiful verses here. Yeah. Well, at least you're sticking around there, Vrajasundari. That's saying a lot. That's good. Prahlad Maharaj then said, when our father, Hiranyakashipu, let's see, there are so much demons, Tao King. Okay, anyway. Prahlad Maharaj said, when our father, Hiranyakashipu, went to Mandarkarla mountain to execute severe austerities, in his absence, the demigods headed by King Indra made a severe attempt to subdue the demons in warfare. So the demons also do austerities. There can be demons in the Hare Krishna movement who do austerities, but they do it to gain power. That's why Lord Chaitanya told the brahmachari in his kirtan, when he instructed him, he says, don't try to gain power by austerity. Don't try to become powerful by austerities. See, that's false ego. See, you become powerful by surrender. Surrender to the word of the real devotees like Prahlad, who preach the real truth. He preached what Narada Muni taught, and Narada Muni taught what the book Bhagavad actually taught. Because of his mature ecstatic devotion, he could ascertain what the real Bhagavatam taught. And Prahlad learned from his guru, and he repeated the words of his guru, which was the real Bhagavatam. That's the real disciplic line. It's an ecstatic line. You got to be purified by ecstatic emotion to continue this line. Otherwise, you're in the false line. This is what Lalita asked me. What is the false? Is Sridhar Maharaj in the real line? Well, he was initiated by Bhaktisiddhanta. He was a godbrother of Srila Prabhupada. But what is the real line? The real line is many spiritual masters can make many devotees, but who is the real recipient of the mercy? Well, you could look here to find out a more clear picture, because here we're clarifying what was not so clear then. Because you could look at Prabhupada and Sridhar, you might think, well, they both have dhotis, they both were initiated by Bhaktisiddhanta, they're both sannyasis, and maybe Sridhar might be a little better because he was initiated 40 years. He took sannyas 40 years before Prabhupada, or 30 years, something, long time before Prabhupada. He's an older, and he was initiated first. You might think, a lot of people still probably think that. They're looking at that they don't look from the spiritual perspective. Why? Well, number one, it wasn't taught enough. It wasn't shown enough. They're all too busy hiding this ecstasy, right? And they're well known. Bhakti Vinod is very secretive about this ecstatic devotion. And Bhaktisiddhanta also, because his father told him to be. And then Prabhupada also, secretive, and only in his room. So therefore, nobody knows what is the real standard. It wasn't preached yet. It's preached now. Now you can understand who's in the real line. The real line is the real purified devotee he's purified by the ecstatic attraction. They're the real spiritual master. See, how do you know that? Well, you can see here how it works. Who is getting the real mercy of the guru here? You can tell where you are individually and where those who get the deeper mercy of ecstatic attraction, and you can tell these people, they're realizing, like Lalita and Govinda, realizing deep things, right? And others too. You could see if you're realizing deep things, you're following the real line. You're like a Prahlad, man. He got the mercy of Narada Muni, who was an ecstatic devotee. He became ecstatic and he cultivated that and became very advanced spiritually. See? He's in the real line. Lalita and Govinda are in the real line. Visible examples, because they come and do stuff, so I talk about them. They're in the real line because they follow the real path. You can see, wow, Lalita and Govinda are like Prahlad. They have full faith in their guru. They relish talking about what their guru spoke, which are the actual conception of the Vedas. Therefore, they're a recipient of that mercy. See, you can see that here. But in Prabhupada's line, it wasn't so visible in the revelation and realizations being put out into the world about the glories of ecstatic devotion. That was for us to do, to make it more clear what the real line is. Even now, people think, well, he was initiated by Prabhupada. He's an Acharya Dev. The clerks, the clerks of the GBC, what are they? What are they, spiritual? You think these guys are actually spiritually advanced? They're clerks, managers. That's all. What, they have the power to rubber stamp them as Acharya Devs? And, Acharya Dev is a title for a liberated soul. Does he have the symptoms of being a liberated soul? Well, he cuts funny jokes and he plays the piano. Oh, look how superficial people think. Well, he was initiated by Prabhupada. He must be an advanced devotee. See, nobody knows the real standard except here in this Sangha. All ISKCON, Gaudiya Samiti, and the Radhakund Babajis could all learn the real lessons of what is the Hare Krishna movement, the real one. What is real Bhakti Yoga? Because it's manifest here clearly. I mean, like, so obviously. Oh, a real disciplic line? Yeah, Gohari is an ecstatic devotee. Oh, look, Lalita Ganga is ecstatic, Govinda is ecstatic. They're a recipient of the real mercy of Guru. Let me hear from these people. Don't I tell you, they're authorized. Listen to them. Some others here, when you step up, I'll let you know. If you have the courage, step up. We'll analyze. You're ready to, whenever you're ready, step up, do a Facebook Live. Yeah. So, recipient of the mercy of the Lord, you're becoming sincere. See, like I could look at Janardhan. You should all be able to analyze now like this. Look at Janardhan. I take the examples of people getting ecstasy. Okay, Janardhan, he says, he even does Facebook Lives. Okay, what's he praise? Oh, he praises his guru's words. He praises his guru sincerely. This is looking good. See? Oh, well, let's analyze Johann. Johann was a disciple for 6 years, but was he really a disciple? Did he really believe in his guru's words? Does he believe in them now? See? So, I see, there's a Putana. See, the Putana obstacle. See, he's caught in the Putana obstacle. See, he believes in, he doesn't think this, but he's doing this. No, I'm going to serve Putana. I'm going to do the hypocritical thing. Thanks for the awakening. Very good. Now I'm on my own. See, Mayavad. He's caught it. That's Putana. Imitating the real devotees. And Lilita, I'm sure every day he starts, Lilita and Vishaka are very dear to me. Bullshit. It's just you being bullshitted, man. He doesn't know. He can't even follow he can't follow like Lalita or Govinda or Prahlad, right? They're in the real line. You got to look by deed, man. What is the deed? I'm here to teach you by symptoms and deeds. What are you doing? You don't act against your guru and say you're for your guru and that you've got the blessings of the real path. The real path is you surrender to a bona fide spiritual master. You listen submissively. You become hollowed out and purified, and all your troubles go, and ecstatic devotion awakens. This is the path taught by the book, taught by the word. I teach by the book Bhagavat. So the devotee Bhagavat there, and you understand this way, you act this way, and what happens? You get the mercy of Guru and Krishna, and you become an ecstatic part of the family, and then you continue the line that way. There's no other way. That's why you see thousands of Prabhupada disciples, so many of them left, most of them left. And the ones that are here, a lot of them took shelter, the God brothers, or these disciples of Prabhupada who were not really anything special, just Vaidhi Bhaktas, ordinary devotees, trying to understand Krishna. And a lot of some of them took the position as spiritual master deliverers of the universe, deliverers of their disciples, and can't even do that. They can't do that. Therefore, is that the real line? No. Come on, man. The real line is now. The real line is now. We show it, we demonstrate it, and we preach it. The real line is here now. Very clear. Wasn't clear with Prabhupada. They didn't bring it out to full clarity because Vaidhi is not, it's just external bhakti. It's for neophytes. Yeah, this is fluffing it out, man. Can you tell a real line? It's getting clear to me. It's like, wow, man, this is how it is. This is even more clear. This explains the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, the line was broken and I had to reestablish it again. See, how does he do that? Well, he may come as Krishna or Lord Chaitanya, or he may come to reestablish it through his intimate associate. Because they're Vaimedium, Krishna uses them to reestablish the line. Remember how he did it through Madhavinda Puri. When Madhavinda Puri was a mature, ecstatic, submissive, loving prema bhakta. And when his bhakti was mature, Krishna appeared in the dream and said, because of your ecstatic devotion, I'm going to deliver the world. Because always Krishna delivers the world. The real conception of Krishna delivers the world, not the fake one. You can't be a fake guru and deliver the world. You cannot be a hypocritical guru and deliver the world. You got to be, like the scriptures say, a devotee Bhagavat, a manifestation of the book in your word and in the deed that Krishna is doing through you. None of us can imitate this. I can't imitate this on my own. Of myself, I cannot do this. Just like Jesus, of himself, I can do nothing. Prabhupada said, don't think that I wrote these books. Krishna dictated them. That is guru. If you're not like that, step aside because, we're here. There's new kids in town. We got a couple of them, a few of them now. You ready for deliverance, man? You ready to play ball? We're on the field, man. The game is going now. The game of deliverance. Hey, get out of the bleachers, man. You still in the bleachers watching the game? Oh, you're watching the game and you're taking, this is what everybody, all the world's a stage, man. Everybody's watching now. Did you know everybody? Hey, man, all the world. Now, see, the team has come out, the ecstatic devotee team. You could see, do you see our shirts? They have ecstatic, Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace Place. We come on the ball field. Who is our adversary? Who's the other team that we're playing against? It's called the world. The whole world, the Vaidhi Bhaktas, religion, materially motivated religion, the demons, the demigods, everybody. They're on the other team. We just put them all on that's because they need some help, man. They don't have, how can they confront this team, man? Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace Place? Are you kidding, Lolita? How can they win? They need to get them all there. They need at least, they need the whole universe behind them to even compete with this team. See, and so there are people in the bleachers watching this game now. See, because we're on the field, we come on the field now, and we're Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace Place. Don't you see the writing on the T-shirt there? Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace Place. We're out there on the field playing ball. People the whole world's in the bleachers watching. A lot of them are rooting for the world. Oh yeah, the Vaidhi Bhaktas, man, you're gonna come on, you can win. You can go hard. He's a sahaja. He's a demon. He's this, and then we got our team. We got a small amount of rooters there. Most of them are all right now, but we're building. They're gonna see that what's going on this field is beautiful. It's dazzling, man. It's artistic. It's beautiful. It's fantastic, and they're going to start rooting. Just, we only got a few in the bleachers out there saying, yeah, we like this team. Yeah, go, you can win, Yeah, and then you're going to see the whole bleachers will be on our team. Why? Because Krishna always wins, the real Krishna. That is shadow, man. Amy says, in the nosebleeds, shouting down, laugh out loud. I have a loud, booming voice. That is a curse or a blessing, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're here today. Thank you for coming. I don't like losing good customers. It's just highly purifying, this whole thing, you know. If it doesn't knock you for a loop, man, you're not really getting it yet. Sometimes, you know, you got to get knocked to the mat sometimes, and sincerity means you get up again, you get back on your feet. You know how many times I've been knocked to the mat? Many times. Yeah. Okay, next verse. I'm going to read some of the last paragraph of the introduction, because it's really good. Actually, you read it, Lalita. The last paragraph in the introduction. Back up a little bit.
Okay. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All glories to my Guruji, to Lord Chaitanya, to Srimati Radharani, to Krishna. The last paragraph is from starting from the duty.
It says, when Hiranyakashipu left his kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. When Hiranyakashipu, when he left his kingdom and he went to the mountain known as Mandarakala to execute severe austerities, all the demons scattered. Hiranyakashipu's wife, Kajadu, was pregnant at that time, and the demigods mistakenly thinking that she carried another demon in her womb, arrested her. Their plan was that as soon as the child took birth, they would kill him. Well, they were.
Yeah. You see, so when Hiranyakashipu left and did austerities, the demon kingdom was vulnerable again. See, a demigod, this is the fight between the demons and the demigods. So the demigods took this as their opportunity. And so they obviously stormed the castle where Hiranyakashipu was and took the wife of Hiranyakashipu, because they knew there was a child in there. And that child would be continuing the line. See? That's very much like when the opposite is true. When you go into how the devotees are born of the word, see here, the devotees are born of the word of Guru. See, they're the mother and father of their disciples in that sense. So they're born of the word, and so the world, even the mode of goodness and the demoniac, the modes of nature, want to also destroy this seed, because they don't understand the seed of bhakti. See, that's like, so the real seed that was in the womb, Krishna did a little trick. He put a pralad in the womb of this demon. See? So the demigods even wanted to destroy it. The demons wanted to protect it because they thought it was a demon like them. See, it was God. You can't fake God out. He can do anything. This is a beautiful pastime of the Lord, how he can, usually a line of demons is the demon will come from a demon body, but with the Lord, anything can happen. He's the Lord of miracles. He does stuff like this. Matter of fact, as Lord Chaitanya, he had a lot of his real devotees, very ecstatic, they were Vrindavan devotees born in low-class persons, low-class villages with low-class mothers and fathers. That should be produce a line of not very smart people, right? But they had devotees, and those villages were delivered by the devotees that came through their wombs, because they were real devotees, ecstatic devotees. That's why that's why a lot of people, they think materially how a devotee is going, or a savior is born in this world. They think it's going to come through some high-class, proud Pharisee type person. See? And the Lord makes a carpenter come through, the carpenter, like Joseph and Mary. They were simple people in a village. Isn't it funny, the village thing? It's always the village thing.
Yeah, always.
Village thing, man. You know, the highest devotees were in that village of Vrindavan Dham. You know, see, the highest devotee was Jesus, coming from Joseph and Mary, just part of that village. You know, the simple carpenters. Carpenter was a kind of a low-class trade, I think. You know, kind of like a barber. You know, you build stuff. You know. You know? So he built the kingdom of God ultimately. Started working on it. Yeah. So yeah, so this is always deeper than the external story. How else can you deepen your consciousness unless you hear these things? See, this draws you into the deep revelation of the story. Otherwise, you just see this story because your own mind can't penetrate it. And the minds of these spiritual masters, these gurus, can't penetrate it because they're not ecstatic devotees like Prahlad. You need somebody like Prahlad. You know, like a lot of times as a kid, I said, you got to be like Jesus. But that's not clear enough because you don't see Jesus. It doesn't talk about how ecstatic he was much. You don't see that, right? But hey, man, you got to be like Prahlad. That's more clear, isn't it? He was a deliverer of the universe. He brought the Lord here, Lord Nishingadev, to straighten things out, right? What was he like? He was an ecstatic devotee, mature devotee. He had faith in a bona fide spiritual master, Narada Muni, who was an ecstatic devotee. See, ecstatic devotee. But not false ecstatic like a Johann. See, because Johann doesn't believe in his guru now. He never really did. But Prahlad believed in his guru, right? Lalita believes in her guru. See? Govinda believes in his guru's words. See, what's the result? Oh, they have ecstatic. Who's pleased? Well, they're pleased, but who's really pleased? The Lord is pleased. Therefore, they feel the pleasure of the Lord. The pleasure of the Lord. They got the pleasure of the Lord. That's the bottom line, man. That's called intimacy. This is what Jesus was trying to teach people. He says, you people, you care about the praises of men. I care about the praise of God. See, the praise of God. The praise of God is, well done, my son and daughter. Well done. You've made it, man. Congratulations. That's the praise of God. You're following the narrow gate, the real process. You found the real spiritual master here to deliver not only you, but so many others by your example. All people have to look is they'll find the real path. They look at you. You went in the door. You become the shepherd of those looking for the real Krishna. If you're really looking with all your heart, you'll find it here. If you're not looking with all your heart, you'll just bounce off the force field here. Better that going on, man. He's a demon, man. I'm out of here. Okay. Got a little purified. Got the demon out of you. You need to project it on your, you didn't know I have another hat, psychologist here. This is what they do. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a psychiatrist too. Get on my couch. Here's my couch here. You're just in the audience. Just lay down and let us psychoanalyze you. And you'll just do it, man. You say, let go of Hari, man. He's the big demon, man. He's the blah, 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 blah. Of course, you always project your demons on your psychiatrist. Isn't that what they do? That's why a lot of psychiatrists go crazy. They have they become very depressed, suicidal, because they hear these kinds of projections. After a while, they start to be very depressed. You know why? Because they're not like Gohari Das. I transferred the Krishna takes care of all of that stuff. So therefore, people can throw all their shit on it. And even Lalita's like that. They throw all their shit on it. And she just laughs at them now. She doesn't stop laughing. You are. Pranam to you. You are. Who is a bona fide guru? I know. You are. Ooh. Really? Oh, man. Hey, I think we're getting somewhere now. Okay. Just go on, Virja Sundari. Just go on listening every day. Do a 30-day, 60-day challenge. Really just come here and really listen and just let it all come out. It just, whatever is there, just let it, because you just automatically you get purified of stuff, and just let it come out. Just come, throw curses, even if you have to throw curses at me or whatever, just let it come out, and you'll see it'll all clear, and you'll see what's really going on here, which is really wonderful. You won't be disappointed. No, I'm not crazy. I'm like a father. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, read on there.
While they were taking Kajadu to the heavenly planets, they met Narada Muni, who stopped them from taking her away and took her to his ashram until Hiranyakashipu's return. In Narada Muni's ashram, Kajadu prayed for the protection of the baby in her womb. And Narada Muni reassured her and gave her instructions on spiritual knowledge. Taking advantage of those instructions, Prahlada Maharaj, although small baby in the womb, listened very carefully. The spirit soul is always apart from the material body.
See, one thing before that. One thing, Narada Muni.
He listened.
Yeah.
Prahlada.
Narada Muni. No. Narada Muni, he knew the mind of Krishna. He knew the plan of the Lord. Because he was a very deep, purified devotee. So the Lord reveals his plan through his most intimate devotees. He reveals the truths through his most intimate devotees. That's why the demigods, they didn't know. The demons didn't know the clear plan. It's not strong enough because they're not knowledgeable enough. You need a transcendentally situated devotee to understand the deeper plan of the Lord. See? So that's why Narada said, no, this is part of the plan of the Lord. Brahma also told the demigods who wanted to kill. He said, no, this is part of the plan of the Lord, that this is going to be a devotee in the womb. See? So the Lord only informs his most intimate devotees like Brahma and like Narada, who are known in our universe as self-realized persons, but part of the Mahajans. See, they know the deeper plan. So how that translates now is you need a spiritual master who's like that, part of that family, ecstatic family, mature devotee, who the Lord reveals his deeper truths. That's how you get it here. You notice I'm teaching you things deeper than Vaidhi, deeper than that path, using the deeper understanding of the Bhagavatam to solidify, to build this preaching foundation so it's solid. Otherwise it would fall apart. It'd be speculation. See, that's why you got to understand, you have to build this house on Guru Tattva first. See, otherwise there's no foundation. It's speculations. It's sliding. Your house will fall down. You see people building houses on very cheap material, and a little earthquake comes and it falls down. Look what happened in Turkey. You can see a lot of these places were very cheaply built, and just boom, it's their little thing. See, this preaching here builds on a strong foundation. You see, I've been teaching for 6 years Guru Tattva. Lalita understood it. Govinda understood it. Some others understand it. Janaki understands it. Johann doesn't after 6 years. See, his house is on a flimsy foundation. That'll fall. Christina doesn't understand. See, will fall. She doesn't give any classes now. She just boasts that she's going to purify her guru. Isn't that funny? They always have the same thing. Arjai also. They're the guru of the guru. See? So they didn't really hear. They're blinded by name and fame. Johann's blinded by name and fame, wanting to be the important one. See? And he doesn't need guru. See, Mayavadi doesn't need. They kick guru away. Prabhupada taught this. He said, don't do this. You never kick your bhakti guru away. He did. See? That's what he said. This is what Mayavadis do. They kick the guru away. He did. That's why I say, see, Mayavadi. It's not the real Krishna. It's fake. The Putana there. See, I use the vision of the revealed scriptures to prove my point. What can he prove? All he can say is, oh, you see, this is what I see. Yeah, what you see is all speculation, Johann. You know, it's not the real vision of the revealed scriptures. It's a speculation on the revealed scriptures. You're like, you fit right into the Valabhabhata peg. So if you listen, this will be good for you. Take your medicine. See? You're a Valabhabhata who also challenged the Acharya, the real spiritual master. See, you fit in that, you can say whatever you want or speculate or juggle the words, but what you do, you're doing a Valabhabhata obstacle. You are challenging the Acharya that you praised for 6 years as the friend of the fallen and the savior of the fallen souls and all that stuff. You are doing exactly what you're doing. You see, you're acting, and you're forced to act by the Maya that you're in. Only hearing this word is a rope. If you grab it, you'll be free. Otherwise, you're lost in your opinions and your speculations. You're in the Valabhabhata obstacle. He did the same thing. He took the Acharya, he says, I don't agree with the Acharya, my opinion's better. My ex-wife, same thing. See, my opinion is better. And where did she get her opinion? From Narayan Raj, from the Radhakund Babajis. It's better, right? But doesn't produce this result that we have. So this in truth is better because it produces the desired result, life's ultimate goal, love of Krishna. You can see that in many devotees here already. And others are very happy because they're progressing. See, just logical. Am I not just preaching logic? Clarity. Unless you can be this clear in the vision of the real field, scriptures means real clarity. Otherwise, it's speculation and weak, and the house is going to fall down. Your guru is going to fall, and you're going to fall with them. Whoever follows these Johans and all of that stuff, you're going to fall down with them because they've already fallen away from the real path. Johann was never really on it, not solidly. See? And that, this happens. A lot of times people come with it to God and to Guru with this hypocrisy. And ultimately it'll have to go. Whether it goes in this life or another life. This is his chance by this preaching since I'm here. Usually this happens when the Guru disappears. Then who's going to help these guys? See, the Lord's doing a miracle here. He's keeping Gaurhari around for a while to give these guys a chance. That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Otherwise, there's no hope for these people. Bhaktisiddhanta left. There was no hope for the, well, there was Prabhupada, but then nobody really listened to him. And he didn't speak as openly as Gohari does. He said a few things, but not enough. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? That shows you that people think just because he speaks a little assured, but he's in the back of the class. You know how you have the people that they're not in the front of the class, they're in the back of the class. They don't understand the lessons. They're the teachers teaching, right? And they do, they're not listening. He always had this problem. He always wanted to speak. His mind is going like this, so he's not really hearing. His mind is all, even when he was trying, or not even really trying, he was sitting there like this. But his mind was always like this. And I said, okay, you could say that. And it was right there because he had all these things. Didn't really listen. Watch out for the simple postwoman is in the house. Okay, good. We'll watch for you. Yeah. Okay, let's continue this later. My voice is a little bit, and I need to pack. It's 2 hours already. I started late too. 2 hours. That's good. Maybe Lalita, you want to go on? You feel like it? Yeah, Lalita will go on. She'll continue. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pack and go, but let's see.
It can always change with you.
It can always change. Yeah, it might change. Okay, so
We'll see.
and we'll end it here.